que ela foi com fisco, puxa ela com fisco logo.
Oh, down the steps. Oh wow. It's like an underground passageway. Wait, so I can speak Spanish, girl? I can't.
It depends.
Okay.
Like if you're trying to communicate and you're cheers. Ah, okay.
What's good, y'all? This is your girl, Miss JLH, and welcome back to another amazing episode of We Don't Sip Tea, We Drink Wine. No, not today. You know, usually I really don't like to even do this. I feel like this is way too much because it's like I like living in the moment and stuff like that. But you know, as a content creator, people want to see everything, and I don't like that. That's why I never want to be a content creator. It's too much.
But you can send it to your friends.
That's true.
Sometimes I have things that I do not post.
Yeah. I was going to, because I'm trying to think about what I want to post, how I want to post it, you know, because I don't want to get everybody in it, you know. Not love me like you do.
Yes.
Trying to walk towards. Now, just so you know, this is a pre-recorded video. I had already did a video last week of my experience so far in Brazil and the process for me to get here. So I just wanted to share that information. I'll be doing another video again real soon about anything else that I might have missed that I didn't share about my experience in Brazil, what you can expect here in Brazil, because I do feel like quite often travelers, especially solo travelers, do not give you everything you need to know about moving or going or visiting another country. So I just want to make sure I add in certain things that I feel like some people leave out in their experiences and in the videos. For instance, you cannot flush toilet paper down the toilets in Brazil. Now, this is not the only country I've experienced this in, but I feel like that's a good tip people forget to give you. Okay? You have to throw your tissue away. Do not flush, or it's not good. So those are some things that I wanted to add in another video that I feel like I didn't really add in this video, and a lot of people do not tell you about. So be sure to stay tuned and come back for more content. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, peace. Okay, so now it's time for the burning questions everyone's been wanting to know. Why move abroad? That's a good question. I've been wanting to move abroad since about 2016 when I first went out of the country with my best friend and a few of our friends to Eastern Europe. We traveled to Romania, Bulgaria, Serbia, Macedonia, and Greece for a couple of weeks. And y'all, that was my first time on a plane, my first time out of the country. And I just became obsessed. I became obsessed with people being obsessed with me. I became obsessed with trying the different foods, and then I became obsessed with learning different cultures. I just became obsessed. Then in 2020, my other best friend, her mom had passed away, rest in peace. But we decided to celebrate her life by going to Antigua and just taking a nice little, break from life. Life was lifing for all of us at that time. So we took a trip. I know they told us to stay home, but we, like the stupid Americans we are, we did not stay home. um, so we went to Antigua. There was barely anyone on our flight. There was barely anyone at the airport, and there was barely anyone on the resort where we went. So we had a great time, loved it. And then from there, I was like, I'm moving here. I'm moving here. So my heart's been set on wanting to leave the United States for a while. I started joining Black expat groups. I was looking up articles. I was doing all kinds of research. And what really took some time was trying to figure out where I wanted to go and where I wanted to be when I first really took that leap. You know what I'm saying? So this year brought a lot of changes. A lot of changes. Not just for myself, but I think for the entire world, a lot of things were just changing heavily. The United States is under siege. I'm going to say it like that. We are definitely under siege. I don't know what's going on, but certain forces have taken over, and it's crazy. Okay, now as a United States citizen, it's hard for me to say that things have been better before or what. I wouldn't say that things have always been better prior to the Trump administration for both terms. I would say that things have always had an underlying tone and feel to the country that has not been heightened to this extent until this president. That's what I would say. And I feel that way about every administration that's ever been there. You know what I'm saying? Even when President Obama was in office, I can remember people making fake dolls of President Obama and then hanging them from a tree. Okay? It was just insane. So I can't say that America has is worse than it was before, because to me it's always been a horrible place. A horrible place built on horrible history, and history we fail to acknowledge, history we fail to avoid to repeat. And so, with that being in mind, along with the hustle culture that comes with being a United States citizen, I want to opt out. I so kindly want to just opt out. And so, again, I took a leap this year and I'm opting out. So, why travel abroad for a year? Another good question. I feel like if I travel abroad and see multiple countries within a year, I'll be able to really narrow down really where I really want to set my grounds, you know? So, as I've said already, I signed up for a lot of expat groups on Facebook. I've been in those groups for years now, just seeing what other people have done, how they've done it, how they went about it, that kind of thing. I also started following certain travelers or content creators that are solo travelers on YouTube. That was another way. I specifically typed in Black women solo travels, and then I would specifically put which countries. Um, Sometimes I would get no results, sometimes it would be men, but I made sure to preface that they were Black. So whether it was a man or a woman, I made sure that the video that I watched was a Black person. And on top of that, I made sure these were places that I wanted to go to. So, aside from looking up YouTube videos and joining groups, I also started looking up articles and information about the places that I will be visiting. I came across one article, I forgot where I saw this article, but for some reason, I really wanted to come to see the rest of the Americas. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about America, okay, maybe not we. When I talk about America, I'm usually referencing the United States. But I've always known. But it dawned on me that America is not the United States. You know what I'm saying? America is not just the United States. So I need to stop limiting that thinking or that the name of America to just the U.S. For me, the the Americas is North America, South America, and Central America. Not just for me, but that is what it is. Okay. And again, y'all, I apologize about the noise. It's a little busy and wild outside, but it's a good time. Okay, it's a good time. Everybody's really nice, and everything like that. But before I get into how Brazil is, let me finish telling y'all why. So, why Salvador or Brazil? I don't speak I do not speak a lick of Portuguese. Let me preface by saying that. I do not speak any Portuguese. I've never tried to learn Portuguese until I decided that I was coming here. Um, but now that I'm here, I've been diving deep into it. Well, trying to dive into it. But I've been learning and I've been practicing and I've been doing my thing, okay? Besides using Duolingo, I also look at YouTube videos. My Airbnb mate has sent me songs. She's also speaks fluently Portuguese and English, so she's been helping me. Other people who are here have been helping me as well, and also they're really nice about it. I'm not going to say you should not know Portuguese and you should come here with the thought of like, oh my gosh, just speak English. No. Learn the language, that's their official language, and just try. Just try. Just try. Maybe some people won't respect it or like it. I did have that experience of one person clocking me. about not knowing Portuguese, but that's all right. Okay, that's not going to deter me. That's not going to stop me. I don't expect me to know all the languages just to visit a country. Just like I'm not expecting someone to know English just to visit the United States. That's not my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? That may be some other people's thoughts, but that's not how I operate. So I'm cool with figuring it out. Okay, so why Salvador? So when I was looking up the information and trying to figure out where I wanted to go to in Brazil, because the only places I really knew of, the only cities that I knew in Brazil was Rio and Sao Paulo. Never been to either, never been to South America at all. But I was like, do I want to go to the cities that everybody else goes to? Not really. So I started again, I looked up articles about Brazil and what cities were safe or cool for black people that weren't from Brazil. Salvador was on that list, okay, and I thought that was fire. So I decided to come on out here and give it a whirl. Okay, I was already aware that I was coming to a city where it was going to be barely any English that was spoken. I was very aware of what the people were going to consist of, and I also knew that this was a religious city as well. They were very heavy into religion here. This was also one of the this used to be the capital of Brazil, and then this also is a city that is one of the first or oldest slave ports that was here. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But yeah, I did a little history and deep dive on why this was such a black ass city. You know what I'm saying? But I also read that Brazil as a whole has more black people in the world outside of Africa, even more than the United States. So I thought that was interesting and really fire. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I chose Salvador. I really wanted to experience my people in the diaspora outside of the United States. And yeah, here I am. So, obrigada or obrigada to the Brazilian people for allowing me to be here. We're going to get into how I did it. Let's do that. So how? I'm gonna be real with y'all. Let's talk. Okay. While I am a content creator and I've been a content creator for some time now, I'm not a consistent content creator. Let's start there. I'm not consistent at all. I'm not consistent with my podcast. I'm not consistent with posting because quite often I just stop caring and I don't like it. And you'll see that, see me talk about that in some of my content. Like, I just hate it. I hate it so much. But I realized sharing a lot of my world and things that people don't really get to see, or maybe some people aren't able to see, matters. It matters a lot to a lot of different people. So I'm trying to find a space of when I can record, when I can be out there, you know what I'm saying? And then also a space of just being and living in the moment. So if you do not see a lot of content from the travels, you'll understand, please understand that I'm just being and I'm just living in the moment. So I'll do my best to update you and everything like that. I've been here for almost 2 weeks now. It's about to go on 2 weeks soon. No. It's been a week. It's only been a week. I'm sorry. I'm moving too fast. It's only been a week that I've been here. I decided to get an Airbnb my first day and stay in a local neighborhood. Also, I chose an Airbnb host that speaks English as well, so that helped me out a lot. She's amazing and a great travel guide. But I don't use her for travel. I just want that to be clear. Or, I've been doing too much English, and I get that. But I definitely use her for just hitting her, be like, hey, is this safe to go to? Is this cool? Is this cool? Is this cool? So, again, how can I afford it? That's a great question. I charged it. Yeah. I sold everything that I own. Whatever little money I had, I was able to get from where I was living at in Tennessee to Pennsylvania to give my brother my car. I didn't sell it, although that could have been some money in my pocket to help fund this trip. I gave a lot of my stuff away instead of selling it. So again, while I could have made some money, it's cool because I love my family, my friends, and all of that other stuff. And I am more grateful. I feel more blessed and grateful to give them things or to give it to people who needed it instead of just trying to make a quick buck off of my dream. You know what I'm saying? It's so many ways that I can make money and hustle and get what I need. So I'm not worried about that. For real, I've always been the girl who knows how to get it whenever I gotta get it. You feel me? By any means necessary, without breaking the law. But I'm gonna be alright. And the way that I allowed my, not allowed, but the way that that really that I was able to really feel good in this decision and comfortable is just the way that everything was flowing and going. You know? If you don't know, let me explain. Time was dwindling down. I really was like depressed and like all over the place and still trying to like experience things and do things while I was in the United States. But I really wasn't on my P's and Q's the way that I should have been on my P's and Q's to prepare for my move. And that's fine. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, when it came down to the move, everything flowed. When I say like everything worked out perfectly and flowed the way that it was supposed to, it just only further confirmed that I was meant to do this and be here. So here we are. How will I continue to afford this? Your guess is as good as mine. Y'all, we just living, we not worried, we just doing, and everything's gonna work out. Everything's gonna be fine. It is. Everything's gonna be fine. We're just gonna keep charging it and everything's gonna be fine. I have horrible credit. I really don't care. Y'all, I don't know, but everything's gonna be fine. I do know that. I do know that everything's gonna work out. I just know. I wouldn't be here if everything wasn't. So that's how. Now, my advice is not to be irresponsible like me. My advice is not to be that adult. I do advise to have a savings, save a little bit, do what you can, maybe something that can last you for 6 months or whatever the case may be, to a year, whatever you can do. Do not be like me. I'm a bad example of I'm a good example of what not to do, for sure. But also maybe a good example of saying fuck it and just do it. I don't know. You take a pick. The process of the move was crazy. Okay. It was a lot of work. It was hard. It was okay, it wasn't hard. It was just time consuming. Like, it was just so much I had to do um before the move. Clearing out my apartment, making sure that I terminated my lease. Um, I did not call my banks or nothing like that. Like, I didn't do some of the things I could have done. Um, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not the best example, y'all. I'm just not. I'm not super responsible, super, like, I'm none of those things. So um the only advice I can give is to, again, don't be me. Look it up, and do your best. Um, I did save some stuff. I saved a few boxes or totes. It was like 6 totes that I have, but I was able to keep them at my best friend's house. Shout out to my best friend. Thank you so much. I was able to stay with a few friends through the days of me traveling to where I needed to go in order to leave the US. And then also, financially, some friends did help me out, and I really appreciate that. Especially, well, not I'm not gonna say some friends, because not no one helped me financially but my other best friend. So shout out to her for being the best. Okay, did pay her back, but shout out to her being the best for always coming through and helping a girl out. Whenever I need her, the best. Also, what was the process of the move? Okay, so when you look up the visa information for Brazil, because you need a visa, it will say, or it might say, that there is no visa needed for Brazil for 90 days for United States citizens. That is not true. So please get you a visa before you come to Brazil, because your ass will be just in that airport. Or maybe you have to pay more when you get here. I really don't know. But I made sure that my visa went through, and it was last minute, y'all. So that was definitely, oof. Again, obrigada to the Brazilian people for letting me into their country, because they did not have to. So respectfully, obrigada. What else? Okay, the visa. You got a visa. Now you got your ticket. Airbnb is a wave. I definitely tried to make sure I stayed with a Brazilian, giving the money back to Brazil. I definitely don't want to, or a local. Yeah, just a local. I'm very big on making sure locals get the money rather than a transplant. So, other advice and tips that I can give, hold that thought. Okay, my bad, y'all. I had to make sure that beeping went away. But other tips and tricks I can give. Okay, so my first tip: learn Portuguese. Start working on your Portuguese. Again, you don't have to know it fluently. I don't feel like you have to fluently know any language in order to visit a place. I'm not saying do not learn the language. You should absolutely try to learn the language. Know the language, know the culture, and the weather. Look into the weather. Look up any rules or laws that they may have that are different from the United States. Things that you're able to do, things that you're not able to do. You know what I'm saying? Look up transportation. How are you getting around? You know what I'm saying? That's a big, big thing. And the money, how do you use the money there? What is the currency? Do they take US dollars? So Salvador is very big on the tap. Tap, tap, tap. Just tap and go, honey. Okay. So you can definitely use your credit card here. Just alert your banks. But also cash. Cash is king, of course. But you can use Brazilian dollars. You cannot use US dollars. You can go to the ATM and take out money. Of course, you'll be charged a fee, but it's cool. Now, they do go by the Brazilian dollar system, so I'm really not sure what their dollars are called. I have to look that up real quick, but it begins with like a R. It's like, you know, it's like, you know. But it's inexpensive. I will say that it's not expensive to be here. You know what I'm saying? The privilege I realize I have to have US dollars to come to another country where it is harder for the logos to exist, maybe. I do understand that. And again, obrigada so much. Mucho, or obrigado. I recognize that and I realize that, so I'm very thankful. But it is very expensive for you if you did want to live here and did want to stay. I don't think I want to live in Brazil. I have my reasons for that, but I'm still discovering it and figuring it out. So I'll share that later. But I do like it a lot. I do love it. It has nothing to do with like a language barrier or anything like that. I'm down to be fluent in Portuguese. You feel me? I'm very down. And what has helped me with Portuguese too is that I already know a little French, a little Haitian Creole, and a little Spanish. So that has helped me really learn Portuguese a little more. The thing that really messes me up with language is pronunciation. I don't know what's up with me and my pronunciation. I'm American. I'm a United States citizen. I'm just gonna. It's like a flaw. I'm a citizen of the United States. It's a flaw. I'm sorry. My pronunciation is ass with every language that I try to speak. Also, putting sentences together is really tough for me. Sometimes I forget certain words or miss a grammar word or something like that. I'm thinking grammar in the US is tough, but baby, grammar in other languages is easy and easier, but it's tough. And then you have to remember to say things in a masculine or feminine way, and that's tough, which is why I like Haitian Creole, because everything is just one. Some things are not masculine and feminine, you know what I'm saying? Like, things are just said for real, and it's a really easy, for me, Haitian Creole was a really easy, it's an easier language for me to learn. I will say that. That has been one of the easiest languages for me to learn. But I will also attribute that to me knowing French, a little French prior to learning Haitian Creole. So maybe that was just what helped your girl out. Now, my other advice, I've seen people talk about the money. I've seen people talk about how to get around in Brazil, which you can take public transportation. There is public transportation here, even in Salvador. Public transportation is more so the bus, even though they do have a subway system. It's just not as reliable, I guess, I was told, or it's just not as great. And it is also I would say it's a walkable city. I mean, you can walk to places. There are places around that you can walk to easily, at least where I am. Let me say that. At least where I am. I have not seen all of Salvador to know this for a fact. You know what I'm saying? So Don't hold me to that. But at least where I am, I'm able to walk to the grocery store. I'm able to walk to a corner store. I'm able to walk to a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? So there are places I can go to walk to if I need something or whatever the case may be. But if you are looking to go to the beach or go here or go there, party, whatever, go to a really nice restaurant, Uber is the way to go. Uber is cheap here, way cheaper than it is in the United States. So I do love that factor. And I highly suggest you download the app prior to coming here. Secondly, another app you can download is 99. I don't know I think you would have to set that up before you come here, because I downloaded the 99 app, but I never set it up. Also, I don't have like a Brazilian number or a Brazilian anything in order to get anything off of the app. So it's a little difficult to use the 99 app. And just so we're aware of what it looks like, the 99 app is that right there. It's a yellow app and it says 99. Another app I highly suggest is iFood. It is also a delivery app. Well, 99 you can get a taxi or order anything off of there. Now this iFood is not necessarily a taxi, it's just like a DoorDash type of service. So that is also highly suggested. But again, I think you need like Brazilian stuff in order to use that app too. So I don't have that. My Airbnb mate was just so kind to do that for me, and then I just gave her the money. So yeah, definitely check out those two apps. Definitely make sure you download Uber. Definitely make sure you download your Airbnb app. Also make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi. Your Wi-Fi is good. Make sure you get an international plan, either with your current phone company, or look for a phone company that has an international plan. There's a lot of services out there, a lot of companies out there, plans out there. You just have so many options. So look into it. As far as like traveling and credits and stuff, I don't got no tips and stuff for that, y'all. I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't think that I'm like this very knowledgeable traveler in order to be giving all these tips for real, because I'm not. I just started. I'm a newbie. So if anybody has anything to add, please do put it out there. The motorbike is cheaper than a car on Uber. Now the motorbike is, like a little scoot. Vroom vroom. You can ride a scooter motorbike in here in Brazil as your ride. Now, I highly suggest it because it is cheaper, but I also don't suggest it because it's scary as fuck. Like, it's scary, y'all. That was my first time on anything like that, and I was freaking out. I mean, me riding a bike is different, just a regular bike, a Huffy. But that had an engine, and we was leaning on the street, like next to cars, while he turned. I'm like, is it safe? 2 people? Yeah, and I had to lean with him. It was too much for me. It was too much. It was too much. My little spirit couldn't handle that. I was dying. Just so you're aware of what the Brazilian money looks like, in case you need to know or anything, or if you want to know, you know what I'm saying? This is content. But, you feel me? Super cute. It's real cute. Real cute. Okay. It's a little thin, but it's cute. It's real cute. It looks like it's really easy to rip, like at any time. I could rip it. Now, people were looking it up at the light to see, I guess, if it was real. But it's like, what are you looking at to know that? You know what I'm saying? I do see things here that can indicate whether this is real or not, I guess. I can see a few things, but I didn't see what they were looking at. And I didn't know Portuguese to asking that question, to ask that specifically. So I kind of just let it go. Okay. Ooh. Now, food, rides, money, banking, all that good stuff is great, but I promise y'all, the biggest thing that you will need or need to know before you travel is you need a universal adapter. Okay, when you're traveling the world, please get you one of these. Okay, I got mine from Amazon, and I'm not promoting Amazon in any way, shape, or form because fuck Amazon. But I did end up getting mine from Amazon in 2016 before it was fuck Amazon. Let's make that clear. I wasn't on fuck Amazon at that time, but now that I am, I don't know where else you can get these from, but I got mine a long time ago, and I've kept it ever since. Now, my homegirl, my best friend, she said she don't know what hers is, and I thought that was so crazy because I'm like, why? Why would you get rid of it? She's left the country a few times, but she's been to places like Costa Rica and stuff like that. But I don't know what you need there. I've never been to Costa Rica. However, in Brazil, you need this. Now, I did watch a video of another solo traveler who said that some of the plugs in Brazil are interchangeable. So sometimes it can be an American plug, like a US plug, like a regular plug that we use, or it can be this. So you want to make sure that you just have a universal adapter for your charge, the stuff that you have to charge. Okay, it's very easy to use. You just flip this part up, and then you just insert whatever you're charging here. Now, the only problem is I have to switch out everything, like all my devices, in order to use it. So I can't charge my phone and my computer at the same time. I would definitely need like 2-3 of these, but who's doing that? Not me. I will just charge one, chill out, wait till that, and then charge the next thing. And I'm totally fine with that. I have no problems. Patience is a virtue. Now, let's talk about that plane ride, y'all. I left from New York, okay? The plane ride was over 20 hours long, okay? It was very grueling, very tiring. The airport in Salvador was insane. I mean, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. It's nice. But the lines just to get my flight was ridiculous for check-in. I mean, I got to Brazil around 10 in the morning that Saturday because I left Friday, and I didn't finish my check-in. Like, I wish, no, I lied. I'm about to lie. I was about to lie. I did not go straight to my check-in. I did stop to get a coffee because your girl needed one. But after I got my coffee, I went straight to check-in, and that line was down the block and around the corner, y'all. It was really everybody and their mama coming or going. I don't know where everybody was going, but they was coming and going, okay? It was just a lot. So make sure you go to your check-in right away. If you have a flight that is transferring or whatever, make sure you go straight to your check-in, especially in Brazil, because you just never know like how long it's going to take. Again, I've only been in Salvador so far, and again, I've only been here for a week, but my mindset is I need to just be on point at all times. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a time. The other thing that I love is that again, if you don't speak Portuguese, the people will work with you. Now, I did have a little snafu. This girl was like, "Why are you in Brazil and you don't know how to speak Portuguese?" And I'm like, "I understand, sis. I see you, but I just don't feel like that's the case." So don't let anybody's words or feelings towards you dissuade you or make you feel like you don't belong here, you shouldn't be here. Again, I think as long as you're trying and as long as you are a decent human being, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I don't litter. I don't, treat people bad. I'm just strictly here to learn and absorb and just get away. And that's it. So, come on out and you do it too. Do I have any advice or tips for other solo travelers? Yes, I do. Make sure that you have a buddy system. I have several friends and family who have my location, who know where I am at all times. I send them my Uber stuff when I go somewhere. I just, wherever I am, my family and my friends know. So I'm keeping them updated with every move that I make and everything that I do. I also made sure to get an international plan so that I'm able to talk to them and keep in touch with them and have data when I'm outside. And then also, again, the phone, okay? Let's chill. You don't have to have your phone out and about and doing all these things and being flashy or just, taking a bunch of pictures. I feel like when you travel, you should really just take it all in. If you can snap a fake picture or two, definitely do it. I'm not saying don't snap pictures, don't, be outside, but also keep in mind that when you are and you're doing that, now you're a tourist. Like, you look like a tourist. You look like you're not from here, and that's going to scope you out even more. Refrain from any flashy clothing, jewelry, and stuff like that. Not just because you're in a different country. Hell, you should refrain from that being in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Because you can always have a target on your back if you're not from wherever you're from and you're visiting. It doesn't matter where you go in the world. Do not be flashy, because that's how you stand out. Why would you do that? My advice, I got this a long time ago in 2016 as well. It comes in handy so much. It's just can go around your neck. It's like a little pouch, a little purse. It's really perfect to travel if I want to take my cards, my cash, my passport. You know what I'm saying? It's lasted me for a long time and I just love it so much. So definitely suggest something like that. I also want to suggest something like this. Now, it's a little long right now because I extended it. I wore it around my neck the other day, but it is adjustable. You can shorten it and use it and just put it around your neck for just like a little, and then also it clips. So you do it like that, and then it clips onto your phone like this. So this I actually did get this year, and I actually did have to get it from Amazon. I looked, y'all. It was the only place that had it. So unless I miss somewhere, but this was the only place that I saw that had it, and I did get it from Amazon, so it's really good. It helps keep your phone on. A lot of the times I thought I had dropped my phone when I would just like let it fall from my hand and it would just be on this. So like I said, you can wear it as a necklace, you can wear it as like a little purse thingy, you know. You can shorten it, make it really long. I've also, you know, loop it around my wrist or whatever. So it's really just like perfection when you're traveling and just outside and taking pictures, you know. When you're doing videos, pictures, it comes in handy. This, I think I told y'all, came from Amazon too. So yeah, unfortunately. But those are my suggestions. When you come to Brazil, y'all, I was told to really bring nothing because you're gonna want so much. You're gonna want like almost everything, between the hair care, like the hair stuff that they have here, the facial stuff that they have here for you to face creams or face washes, things of that nature. I hear are like top tier, and then the clothing and the shoes. Oh my gosh. Wow, beautiful. I mean, seriously, like, just don't come with much. Don't overpack. Don't even think about overpacking because you're gonna just hate the fact that you can't bring everything and everyone back with you. Not that you're trying to steal people. Oh my God, that sounded so bad. But the people are so beautiful here. You're like, where are these beautiful people back home? Nah, JK, there's beautiful people back home. But it just seems like everybody and their mama is just really beautiful here. And you just really love it. Like, it's just so nice. It's so different. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. So, all right, y'all. This has been long enough. I think I'm going to wrap it up. But definitely... do your research. These are my tips. I hope you enjoyed the content, and I will see you for my next video vlog. I don't know if I'm gonna do one every month or every few weeks. I don't know, but yeah, definitely check me out. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms under We Drink Wine _, and I will see you guys, or y'all, ladies, gents, they, theirs, others, another time. All right, y'all. Peace.